there is no real change, no real major change in the cabinet, because a few of Michel Barnier, former Prime Minister, were actually reappointed. A lot of Emmanuel Macron veterans also were reappointed. And the big surprise was that actually two old Prime Minister, Elisabeth Borne, but also Socialist Manuel Valls, were also appointed in the new government. So in terms of the, let's say, center-right orientation of this new cabinet, it really looks like the previous one. Then the one big surprise, and maybe the Christmas gift, if I can say so, for French people, is Eric Lombard, the new finance minister. Eric Lombard is a really well-known financial person in France. So he's a former banker and is a former top executive in the insurance sector. He worked at BNP Paribas, at Generali also. And before being appointed as the new finance minister, he was the head of La Caisse des Dépôts, which is basically the public finance arm of the state. So investing in long-term public housing, green infrastructure, and everything. So he knows very well all the financial details of the French state.
Okay, so someone who brings real and deep experience when it comes to the French state and the world of finance as well. But more broadly, Claudia, what are the challenges, the main challenges facing this new cabinet?
So I would say too, so first of all, let's recall that the new cabinet will meet early January, so on the 3rd of January. And then after that, on the 14th of January, François Bayrou, the Prime Minister, will lay out his plan during a speech at the National Assembly. And at this exact time, there could be a first no-confidence vote. So he will need to convince from early January all the opposition, so left-wing political party, but also obviously far-right Marine Le Pen, that is the man of the situation. Then if we go into some details, obviously the main challenge is to elaborate the 2025 budget. So here the tricky part will be, let's say, to find the best equilibrium between how much of public spending do you want to cut and how much of tax increases do you want to add on corporates but also on household, because if you cut too much, obviously, public spending, then you will have all the socialists not happy about it. And if you put too much pressure on household, you will have far-right Marine Le Pen not happy about it at all. Let's say maybe one important thing, like after the appointment of the new cabinet yesterday, François Bayrou, he was on French TV, and he had, I would say, kind of a pro-business speech, saying that the companies, even the biggest company, shouldn't take all the burden of the French deficit. So I would say now, if you talk to companies of the recall, they would tell you that there is a bit of relief at the moment, and obviously they're waiting to see all the details of the budget early January.